Alright, it is time for day 6. It is going pretty well. We've already cleared all of UVHM. We, of course, spec'd into the funny one-shot whatever you don't like skill. Everything is going fast. We have a perfectly viable, competent build. It's absolutely farming everybody we come across. I do think ability spam on this character is simply the fastest and best way to play the character if your only goal is just to walk forward. I don't necessarily know if it's the most OP or the most, good overall or the most fun, but it certainly is working really, really well. I would like to invest a little more into this left tree, of course, but I do want to go ahead and finish out right tree since we are right there. So we will probably be doing that today. We will also be clearing out some DLC. I think for the namesake of the mod, we will start with Torgue DLC, and then we'll just see how we do from there. Maybe we'll go to Pyro DLC, maybe we'll go to Tina DLC, I don't really know. Trying to decide if I really need a car for literally the rest of the video game. I think the answer is a definite no. I'm pretty sure. Alright, non-raid Pete. Honestly, kind of living more than I thought he would. Oh my goodness. Alright, there we go. That was a little bit hard to look at, but we did it. Alright, and we are on to the death race. I do want to go ahead and point out that if you are doing this race, you can spawn a car and then immediately start driving away, and that will go ahead and start the countdown timer. I am stupid, and I am curious about how fast little Torgue man can move here, so I'm literally going to try to do it on foot immediately. I can tell you this is way slower, and also a really bad idea, so don't be this creative. But I just want to see just how fast he can move. I wish I had a bigger magbata. That might help. We are already a minute in, and I am definitely not going to make it in time. If I were a little bit smarter, I should probably even just get a car and just start using the car right now. But I just, science is cool. So we must continue. Little snug, but it seems that you can in fact just play Torgue through this spot and not even use a car. Okay, well, with the fact that we can almost keep up with cars in mind, I am going to go ahead and just continue my carless onslaught through the rest of the campaign, because apparently it's working. I mean, clearly it is. Alright, Motor Mama fight. Just kind of like sort of throw everything at the same time. Maybe a punch. Maybe a revive from our teammate Muscles real quick in the middle of the fight. And we're good. Bike is down. Motor Mama has her entire health bar back though. That's a little concerning. Okay. Might have to wait for our nuke to come back. Bird Shield is really aggressively regenning here. That is very odd. Wow, her shield is really aggressively regenning here. That's insane. I might go ahead and save quit. Let's see if that fixes this. Alright, let's try this again. Her shield still is very aggressively regenning. That is interesting at the very least. Okay. So we might just have to tolerate this and figure out how to work with it. Well, on the bright side, it seems like whenever we have our nukes out, we can certainly deal with her shield. But, wow. He was so unnecessarily tanky. But the fight is done. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not entirely sure how we are going to go ahead and deal with Piston's blimp. I think, technically, I could just try to jump at it and punch it out of the sky. But I don't really know if that'll work. I mean, I would imagine it would. I don't necessarily see why it wouldn't work. But I'm not sure. Alright, so, Piston's blimp. Just try to get the nukes as close as possible. Shoot slag vaguely at the boss. Hey, I got a punch in. Okay, cool. So I can actually sort of deal a little bit of damage here. That's good. He can deal a lot more than I can. That's not so good. Okay, hold on. Oh, that actually... Okay, well... oh wait, that was our 11th nuke. Oh, that's what happened there. Okay, so yeah, the uppercuts count towards that nuke counter on the bottom, and I got to deal all that damage. Sick. So we've had 2 crashes upon loading a zone, and then we've had 1 infinite loading screen so far. I don't necessarily feel like I need to keep reporting these to the mod dev, because I'm sure that they're receiving plenty of reports, and also they're kind of aware of what I've been dealing with. So, yeah, just kind of feels bad, man, that that's just what's happening, but it is what it is. Alright, and now we are on to BA Rex, which I have no idea how this fight's gonna go on this character. It could either go really well, or we could just get bullied out by the Rex. I'm not really sure. Guess we'll find out. Okay, let's see. Oh, right, I forgot. It's actually really, really hard to melee BA Rex on purpose. I might have to try jumping higher? No? That didn't connect either. Okay. We'll have to figure this out. Now, another interesting note about this fight so far is Torgue is too tall to leave the arena. You are legally obligated as Torgue to just be in here and fight the boss. There is no hiding. There is simply fight. There we go. That took a little bit of time, but actually ended up working out. And then Piston, I have no idea how this fight's gonna go. I would assume probably easier. Yeah, it went easier, I would say. Oh, interesting. We have a legendary Slayer. I do gotta say, I've seen that these class mods come in green, blue, and purple, which makes them very elusive and very hard to spot out in the wild. I don't understand why they're not just orange. That would be massively preferred. But we can see this has cooldown, gun damage, and max health. Gain a chance to not consume ammo. That's pretty cool. And then it provides buffs to... Well, hold on, let me rotate the rocket out of the way. Provides buffs to our accuracy, recoil, and weapon swap speed with Torgue. Increases pistol crit damage, assault rifle fire rate, spin gun spin up speed, and shotgun damage at the cost of a little more ammo here. It increases our action skill cooldown we gain from getting a rocket launcher kill. It gives us more levels to the turret missile turret, well, the Torgue missile turret and Torgue repair drone. And then it also increases Torgue gun damage and Torgue gun shot cost, which is a lot of ammo cost. This is one thing I haven't fully understood about the character. Depending on how you spec this character, things can cost so much more ammo to fire. Because if we get 200% here, then we get 300% here, and then we get another 200% there, That's a lot of ammo for firing a gun a single time, because this is 500%, and then that's 700%, so that's like 8 times more ammo. So if you have, you know, 3 times 8, that's suddenly 24 bullets per shot. So that's a lot. Now, if it were like 100% more cost or like something like that, maybe I could work with it. But that is 8 times more bullet, which is it's a lot to deal with. I think it also further certifies the fact that my idea of speccing middle tree and right tree was a very good idea. I do personally think that still. And then, of course, it doesn't buff anything in the other trees. It seems to just buff left tree over here. So we will definitely keep that, and we will appreciate it for existing, but I probably wouldn't use it, and I don't really know how I'm going to build into it in late game, because it's just going to make everything cost so much ammo to shoot. And we are now moving on to Pete, the raid boss. I don't know how this fight will go. I can only hope it will be so simple as to just be done quickly, but that's probably not the case. We are moving his health bar quite a bit, and I always could hide just like right back here if I really need to. I guess we'll kind of see. And Tiny is doing a good job distracting him too, so that might not be bad. Might not be bad at all. This boss fight is fine. Not necessarily easier than BA Rex, I guess, because he is still fairly thick, but he is very much more manageable, I will say. I guess I'm not really taking advantage of it, but I could literally just try to spam melee Pete to, you know, get the instant kill if I'm lucky enough. So we could definitely try to do that, but even if we don't get it, honestly, just kind of spamming him out seems to be working. We're dealing plenty of damage, that's for sure. Tiny appears to cause some issues where he can make Pete just spam his Novas because he keeps getting staggered and interrupted halfway through it, where he will still, you know, continue to do the thing, but just, you know, get interrupted halfway through and then recast over and over, repeatedly. And there we go. Yeah, so I mean, that went pretty easily. I, of course, was trying to use everything that I had on my character, but technically you could just sit there and punch him out, and that would be probably more effective, as you were just constantly rolling that chance to just, you know, randomly one-shot the guy, 1 in 150 chance. But even not doing that and just going in for those melee hits, that was really, really effective. So yeah, that seems fine. Checks out. Oh, another blue legendary slayer. Wow, a purple legendary slayer. You know, maybe that's why finding the Gen 2 comms from those tubbies was actually really difficult as well. Because if we think about it, odds are I probably saw a couple, I just didn't realize I saw a couple, because they were just not orange like they should be. So that's probably exactly what happened there. Either way, this world champion is kind of doing us pretty good work, so I guess it's not too much of a problem. It's just odd. So we've had a couple issues today with crashing on loading screens or right after loading screens, or right as I boot up the character again after reopening the game. I guess I didn't execute the Python mod. That makes sense. That time that's on me. So it's still 4, not 5. Even though that looked like 5, that was my fault. We've had the game crash 4 times from loading screens. So interesting problem today. Don't really know if it's my fault or the mod's fault, so I'm not going to put blame on it. But this has been happening a little bit, and it's impeding our speed a little bit. So we might only get through one more DLC today. We'll just have to see. It almost feels like the higher level you get, the more volatile the mod gets. And I don't necessarily know if that's true, or if that's just like some weird, like, placebo effect type thing. But it feels like the further I get, the more crash prone we are getting. And for our next DLC, I think I will go ahead and do Tina DLC, just because I do want to try to get our Tina comms, just to see what Tina comms buff in this mod, as I am a little bit curious about that. So we will be doing that. If I can get a true neutral, whatever it is, that'd be really cool, because that would let us rocket jump basically infinitely on this character, especially with the knockback we have and stuff. So that's mainly what I'm looking for. Just something with some mag size would be cool. Okay, I would be doing you all a disservice if I didn't show you this. But if you're playing in co-op, or if you use a third-person mod, this is what you will witness. This is what the character looks like to everybody else in the video game. Your mere presence is powerful enough to go ahead and just smite everyone in the game. And this is what he looks like when he's firing, apparently. The absolutely terrifying man, to be sure.
Yeah, what Big Lily style said. Just stick to the main road and you'll be ace.
This forest. Oi, over here.
Borderlands 2 is not made for third person. None of the guns really shoot properly. Like, this is me shooting a Herald. You can go ahead and try to tell me where the pellets are going. No clue. Don't even think they're really spawning. Here is a Hulk. Still no clue. So, yeah, this game is not quite as compatible with third person as I would want it to be. Alright, and another thing that I do want to test, since we are here in Tina DLC, of course I do know that natively Moxie weapons don't lifesteal with Torgue mod on, but the drunk effect still exists. So if we can go ahead and try to stack this real quick, I'm a little curious about how much knockback we get from this, and it looks like not too bad. I'm gonna have to, you know, really tamper with this more to be able to properly tell you. But, yeah, it looks like we can do some big jumps with this. So, that seems good.
Yeah, I know, Free Lily. You think it's racist or something? I'll sell downstairs if he thinks it's racist. Hey, Salvador!
Nice.
Okay, if all the dwarves in my campaign look like you!
That is awesome.
Oh, yeah!
I mean, look at how much air control that is with the frog there. That's so free. I think, honestly, I don't know, I kind of want to go ahead and give myself a higher mag bota, just to see what this character is truly capable of if you just had more mag size. But I don't know if that feels too cheaty. I am just using it as a movement tool though, so I don't particularly see how it would be. I don't know. We could also farm one out, but I'd rather just like kind of run forward, you know? So apparently I have been told that there are not Tina comms for Torgue. So maybe that'll come in a future update, not really sure. I would love it if there were though, because then I could get some mag size up for the rocket jumping. But of course, whatever they need to do or want to do is up to them. So that's fair, I get it. And once again, as a side effect of Torgue's height, you are not allowed to leave the dragon fight either. Not really a problem though. I don't think most people usually have a problem fighting Smokey. Although getting back in actually might be impossible unless you like rocket jump around or back in. So that could be a potential soft lock, or at least a problem for some people. That's interesting now that I think about it. You know, Gunther on the character that has like one-shot murder nukes, it'd be really OP to be able to just connect air shots from wherever. Oh my goodness, he is dead. Oh, alright. Well, that little tangent is gonna have to get included because that man got deleted. I did just now think about the fact that we are dealing with normal BL2 scaling in terms of difficulty and OP levels and stuff. So maybe this is a little more balanced than I think it is, because by OP 10 we'll probably be in a kill or be killed type of situation, considering the fact that Moxie heals and stuff like that don't really do anything.
Voice crying out in pain.
So we will see. Okay, this is a dumb idea. But what if we tried to get a drunk effect and then just launch up the wall of the tower without the elevator? Okay, first stop. Hey, look at that. There we go. See, we don't need no elevator. Elevators aren't real. So I am going to go ahead and try to get some stackage going. I know we have one drunk effect. There's two. Okay, laser appears to be unaffected. Try to get a little more going. And our normal shooty boy is also unaffected by drunk effect. Okay. Just had to check. You never know until you test it, and then, like, even if you test it, you might still be wrong. So it's totally worth a look, at the very least. DLC is done. Weirdly did not crash at all. Only inside of Torgue DLC were we really having those issues, so I'm not sure exactly what that's about, but I was playing pretty paranoid. I was constantly triggering saves by toggling my BA rank and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Maybe Torgue DLC was just a little bit scuffed for no apparent reason. Okay, so for Dragon, we pretty much are gonna try to summon them and land them in the normal way. So like green, blue, red, purple, maybe save green for a couple revives if we really need it, but we also have muscles with us, so I don't think we will. We could probably just start going for kills immediately upon spawn. So I might not even do that. I might instantly just go for the kill on green. So initial inspection, not too bad. Kind of just, you know, getting spammed at though. Kind of spooky that way. But beyond that, not terrible. Not the worst dragon encounter I've had so far. No, this is kind of just going alright. Kind of just playing the game right now. Not anything incredibly exciting or terrifying or anything really happening. Just kind of shooting dudes and then watching them land every once in a while. Maybe throwing a bomb at them, maybe punching them in the mouth a little bit. That's about it. Weirdly chill. Oh, I've knocked out Incinerator. Surely he will come too soon. Or he's just broken, and if he's broken, I'm okay with that too, because that means he'll just stay still. Yeah, he is broken. Alright, cool. He might just stay still for the rest of the fight then. That is easy pickings. Not quite how I thought these fights would go. But I mean, I'm totally okay with just kind of, you know, getting them stuck and just pummeling them instantly for no reason. So, yeah, I guess it's as the mod dev intended. Probably. Maybe. Yep, broke the last one too. Okay. So just get lucky with your melees, and then just watch them immediately get locked in place for the rest of the entire fight, I guess. There we go. Alright, that only took a little bit of time there. Honestly, easier than it should have been, of course, considering the fact that we were, you know, just outright stun locking and then deleting them. Might be a little too OP, probably, just a little bit. But we'll go ahead and look around and see if we can find anything useful for our character. There is a blockade. I think I would prefer to wear an absorb shield just for the extra ammo back if I'm trying to rocket jump around quickly. But maybe if there's a build where a shield is actually helpful, we could try to use that. We've never had a grenade for the entirety of UVHM. So an at-level homing bonus package could be kind of neat. Could also suck if a mob ran at us. And then also, we hit this capstone. So I don't really know what that does yet. I'll go ahead and put a point that is there. But I don't really know what this does. So let's see. Oh, okay. Guess I probably should have tried this near some other mobs or something. But I am assuming that this just makes us very tanky. Also, wow, my vision. Alright, cool. Yeah, let's go test this somewhere. So we will go ahead and test out that skill really quick. We are in the best map I could think of for taking damage, which is the beatdown. Let's go ahead and walk forward. Figure our ability here. Well, I'm taking damage, but I'm healing rapidly, and I've just noticed that my health bar is a lot larger than it used to be. Not really sure what the relation is there, if there is any. There definitely is. Okay, so yeah. During that, we get a massive health bar and some pretty decent health regen is what it looks like. And then whenever it wears off, it just puts us back to our normal health pool. That also could mean that I could try to stack health with maybe a Rough Rider or something, just to kind of see how that feels. Not really sure quite yet. We'll have to test that. Quick addendum to the video, I didn't have my headset on, so I didn't know it was Dragon Ball noises that were playing during that skill. That's cool. Alright, bye. With the occasional crash and the other stuff going on, even though we were of course rolling through DLCs and one-shotting guys, it took a little bit longer than expected, simply because of relaunching the game a couple times, making sure the mod's running, stuff like that. So that will have to do it for today. Tomorrow we will knock out Pyro DLC and Hammerlock, I guess, and then maybe try to fight Vora and Hyperius. I would fight Master G, but Master G is usually just a slog, or people gate crush him anyway, so that probably won't happen. So at least Hyperius will be attempted, and Vora will be attempted, and by that I mean both are instantly killable if I just punch them right, so surely they will go away. We'll have to find out, but that'll do it for today. Day 6.